Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to talk about Zwift and ultimately answer the question, is it worth it? Zwift is a virtual reality type video game where you use your own bike and a bike trainer to ride around the virtual world of Watopia. It uses either a power meter or a speed sensor to determine how much power you're putting out and move your character around in the game. After a short free trial, there's a monthly subscription fee, and right now that's about $15 per month. You ride online with other cyclists from around the world. You can participate in races, group rides, workouts, training plans, or just free ride around and explore. So a little bit about myself. So I'm a mountaineer and not a trained cyclist. I've never raced before. I've never done a time trial. The furthest I've ridden on a bike is about 50 miles. I'm hoping through Zwift I could stay motivated to stay in shape, maybe get a little bit more powerful on the bike, and have something healthy and fun to do at home. Now about my Zwift setup, I'm using a smart bike trainer, specifically the Wahoo Kicker Snap, which I reviewed in a video a few weeks ago, and I'll put a link to that right here. The advantage to using a smart bike trainer is that it's going to automatically adjust the resistance based on if you're going up a hill or down a hill, you're drafting somebody. You can also use what's called ERG mode, which is a feature in workouts which ultimately has you hold a specific power regardless of how fast or slow you're pedaling. I'm also using a cadence sensor and a heart rate monitor. These are great additions to help you pace your workouts. I'll put a link in the description to the sensors that I'm using that have worked great for Zwift. So my first day in Zwift. Zwift starts you out on an introductory ride to show you some of the features such as your speed, your power, your cadence, heart rate data, nearby riders, there's a map. There are also power-ups, points, and time sections where you compete against other riders and yourself. And it gives it a game-like feel even though you're working out. After my introductory ride, I took an FTP test to establish my baseline cycling fitness. There are a few different FTP tests to choose from. There's a 60-minute, a 45-minute, 20-minute ramp test. I took the 45-minute test, which gives you a good warm-up, and then basically you just hold the highest power you can for 20 minutes, and it calculates your FTP. My day one FTP was 211 watts, and I weighed about 198 pounds, which when you calculate your power to weight is about 2.3 watts per kilogram. Next, I signed up for the 4-week FTP Builder training plan, which had me ride about 4 hours per week of workouts, and I added on an additional hour per week of free riding. Over my first month in Zwift, I rode a total of just over 20 hours. I spread my rides across as many different routes as I could to explore. Zwift has a few different worlds you can ride in, such as New York, London, but I spend the majority of my rides in the main world of Watopia, which has a lot of different backdrops such as hills, deserts, sequoias, mountains, jungle, volcano, even little towns. The routes also vary in difficulty. You could find roads that stay mostly flat, and you can find other roads that climb to the tops of mountains. Another cool feature in Zwift are the time sections. These are KOMs, sprints, and circuits. You can compete against other riders and your previous times. You can see that after 4 weeks in Zwift, I was crushing my previous times. So after I completed my 4-week FTP Builder training plan, I went ahead, I took another FTP test. This time I got smart and took the 20-minute ramp test. My resulting FTP was 233 watts. I also lost 6 pounds. So I increased my power from 2.3 watts per kilogram up to 2.7 watts per kilogram, which is about a 15% increase in just 4 weeks. But the biggest change I've noticed is the amount of time that I'm riding my bike. Prior to Zwift, I was riding maybe 2 to 3 hours per week outside. With Zwift, I've more than doubled that. I still ride my bike outdoors, and when I do, I'm feeling stronger and I'm cruising a little bit faster. There's still a lot more that I haven't explored in Zwift, but based off my first month, it is definitely worth the subscription. But what if you don't already own a bike trainer? You probably see a lot of people, including myself, posting videos of us using smart bike trainers for Zwift. And even the lower range for a smart trainer, such as my Kicker Snap, is still a hefty upfront investment. But you don't need a smart trainer. A regular wheel-on bike trainer with the speed sensor on your back wheel is all that you need. Zwift is going to calculate your power output based on what trainer you have and how fast you're pedaling. One last thing, I'm going to be posting weekly videos of mountaineering or cycling adventures, so do me a favor and hit that subscribe button if that's something that you're into. I'm also going to post an update about Zwift in a month or two where I trained to climb the Alp de Zwift. I rode the Alp last week and it felt way above my level. I'm going to try out a Zwift training plan and see how much it can help me. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.